Hi guys, Herb here, WB8BHK. Thanks for watching. I'm sitting here in the car waiting on my wife to come out from Joann Fabric, so I thought I'd at least make the introductory video here. What I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to give a little tutorial on utilizing whatever logging software you use, provided that it presents you with an ADIF file or an ADI file. But using your login software and then exporting that ADI file to QRZ.com and subsequently from QRZ.com to Logbook of the World, all in just a few keystrokes. But more importantly, talking to you about how to change your location. I came across this because I was starting to work Parks on the Air activations, and we are full-time RVers. We live in our motorhome full-time as we travel the country for about 5 years now. And although my license shows a domicile of Livingston, Texas, I didn't want the operator on the other end to say, "Oh, you're in Texas." Well, no, I'm not in Polk County, Texas. I'm actually in Falls River County, South Dakota, as an example, or Pinal County, Arizona, or whatever. So it's a very easy process to change your QTH so that the operator on the other end sees the correct location, and so that your logging is accurate, showing the state, the city, the county, and the grid square correctly. So let's go and take a look and see how easily that's done to change everything.
Okay, so we're getting started, and I'm going to bring up what I've been using as a logging program recently. I started using this program, HerbnKathyRV, as my logging program once I started doing POTA activations, Parks on the Air. And I started that back in June when we were down in Kentucky at Dale Hollow Lake State Park. I discovered POTA and realized that activating parks was a lot of fun. And I found this logging program prepared and made or written by Jarrett Green, and there's credit to him on the screen, and he's got special thanks to some others as well. And they're constantly updating the program, and operators, ham radio operators out there are finding little glitches maybe with a certain operating mode, or I shouldn't say that, but a certain platform. Might be using iPads or a certain Windows platform or whatever. And Jarrett and the group are making improvements to it all the time. So anyway, I use HerbnKathyRV, and it's a really simple program. It is an app. It's not a program that stays resident on your, I'm sorry, it is an app that does stay resident on your device. And your device could be a Windows computer, a Mac computer, an Android tablet, an Android phone, an iPhone, whatever. You don't have to have a computer. As a matter of fact, I use typically when I go out to a park on POTA activations, I don't take my computer. I use a little Samsung 8-inch Android tablet and use that and run HerbnKathyRV on that. So it's real simple to add a call. You just, put in the call letters, the signal report sent, the signal report received. It automatically timestamps the QSO and the date and so on. And you'll see it shows me as Livingston, Texas. That's because that's where my domicile is. We're full-time RVers, but we are not in Texas all the time. And we're actually on the road full-time, and so we move around from location to location, and that's why I wanted to show you this particular method of changing your location, either as you're going around activating parks, or maybe you are just a portable operator like we are, and moving from state to state and county to county. Once you put in your wattage and the frequency stays the same. This is my current grid here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So DM42BU is my current grid, and I'll save that. And then the other operator on the other end, will get that grid report when we confirm the QSO via QRZ.com and ARRL.com. In any event, okay, so it doesn't matter what logging program you use. This is the one that I prefer to use. So we save that QSO. The QSOs are down below here in the order that they are taken. The little green check mark means, okay, it's a good call, and it found the location information for it. If I come down here and make this a little bit smaller, you can also go in and edit a particular QSO or delete a particular QSO. I'm going to delete that one because that's a QSO to myself. So I'm going to delete that and get out of there. Now, when we're all done and ready to take and get these QSOs uploaded, what I do is go back to the front page. This is my logbook, and I click on the little settings wheel over here to the right and export.ADI. It's an ADI file. So I export ADI. It says, where do you want it to go? And I'm going to put it into Google Drive, but you can put it on the computer or on the desktop, wherever you want. I've got under ham radio, and then down here I've got all my different logs. I'm just going to put in test log. So save the test log. Okay. Now we're going to minimize this and go over to QRZ.com. And here's QRZ.com. And what I want to show you particularly is how to change your location as you move around or go from park to park, if you're working POTA, or just changing location. Maybe you've got a summer cottage or something of that sort. And the way to do that is to come over here to this little settings page. I'm sorry, this button, settings. I couldn't see because of the reflection from the sun. The settings button, click on settings. And then once you're on the settings page, and that's what it looks like, you're going to click on Logbook Properties, right here, Logbook Properties. Click on Logbook Properties and scroll down. And this is all information that you put in initially when you set up your QRZ.com account. But you're going to scroll down, and down here is where you would put in the city that you're currently at. I'm currently in Casa Grande in Arizona, and it's in Pinal County. And if I want to change that, I just click change, and I start typing in whatever county I'm in, Pinal, and I search, and it comes back and says, oh, Pinal County, there's only one in the country. I click on Pinal County, it puts it in there. Now I can also then put in my current grid, and what I do is I use a little grid finder app on my phone. And there's a couple, well, there's probably more than a couple out there. But in any event, this is the little grid finder program or app that I use on my phone. So wherever I'm at, it'll show me. So in this case, it's DM42BU. So I just type in DM42BU, and it automatically puts in the latitude and longitude, the CQ zone, and the ITU zone for me. That's all I have to do. And now I'm in Pinal County, Arizona. I click Save. And from now on, any contacts that I make henceforward will show Pinal County. My location is Pinal County. Now, let's go and put in those contacts that I just had in HamRS. What were there? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 contacts in HamRS, okay? And we're going to, we saved that to an ADI file, and now we're going to import that into QRZ. So in QRZ, it's real easy. Just go over to this button right here, right underneath your book number. That's your log number. Click on that. Import from ADI file. And then it asks you to choose the file. So you choose the file. Currently, my logbook shows 1,263 records, but I'm going to choose the file, and I just browse to that log. That's the one that I just put in. It's in my G drive, my drive, Herb Kathy Baldwin under ham radio. We call it test log. So I open that. I ask QRZ to send me a report by email after they file this, after they process the file. And it happens very quickly. Within a second or two, you get an email back. Import the ADI file. It's uploading. Test log was uploaded successfully. Well, now, oh, see, there's the email already. I got the email from QRZ, says completed the process in your logbook file. Started at 2021. Started at 6/16, ended at 6/16. 5 QSOs were inserted. There were no duplicates, either replaced or ignored, and no errors. So now I can say continue, and it will refresh this page in QRZ.com and give me a new list, including those 5. Oh, I've never got this before. If you're seeing this screen for a long time, something may have gone wrong. Click here to reload the logbook. Well, let's reload it then. Okay, there we go. So there's these 2 that I ran today. The other 3 were from some time before. There they are. David, Bill Steensland, and Edward Richter. And all of these actually are fake QSOs. David is my son. Bill Steensland is a good friend of mine from up in Ohio. I just grabbed his call out of the air. And Ed Richter is WB8BHL, my good buddy down in Orlando, Florida. And I put those in on September 28th. So anyway, those 3 are there. Notice they're not green because they haven't been sent to Logbook of the World yet. They're in QRZ.com. There's no confirmations. I'll talk about that in a second. And then these 2 were just worked this morning, as a matter of fact. One in San Bernardino, California, and the other one at the North Pole in Alaska. Okay, so neither one of those stations have confirmed it. If they confirmed it, then it would be a gold star if they confirmed a QSO via QRZ.com. The green circle around the gold star means that it's confirmed through Logbook of the World. Okay, so now it's in my QRZ.com database, those 5 contacts, and I want to send those 5 to Logbook of the World because my experience has shown that most people report their logging digitally online, report their QSOs, and upload their logbooks to QRZ.com and or Logbook of the World. So I do both. So again, going over to this little button underneath the book number, it's the import export tools, export all to Logbook of the World. I click on that. It says, what do you want to do? I want to export the new and or updated records. So those 5, 2 from today and 3 from a week or 2 ago, I'll export to Logbook of the World. And there is some setup involved. You'll have to learn to do that on your own with Logbook of the World. But there is some setup involved to do that. You have to have an account and so on. You have to have an account with QRZ.com. You have to have an account with Logbook of the World as well. So 1,263 QSOs had already been sent, so it skipped those. 5 records were successfully sent to Logbook of the World. Close the window. Now you'll see those 5 are green, those 2, and then the 3 down below, wherever they were, down here, Edward Richter, Bill Steensland, and David Baldwin. None of those have been confirmed, and I don't expect any of them will because they weren't valid QSOs. In fact, when I get done here, I'm going to delete those 3. I'll leave these 2 as valid because those were valid contacts this morning. And I would hope that in a day or 2, or at most a week, these would have a gold star by them and or a circle around them indicating Logbook of the World has it. Just to show you how it's already in Logbook of the World, let's go there. We're looking for KL7RA and K6JGR. Those are the 2 contacts that we just sent up there. Okay, so let's go to Logbook of the World and go to My QSOs right here, your QSOs, and go to Most Recent QSOs. And they're not there yet. They're not there yet. Okay, let's do it again. Most recent QSOs at 4/16/39. Nope, The ones I worked yesterday are BJ4K, PJ2T, W7T, these guys. These are all QSOs that I worked yesterday during CQ Worldwide single sideband. But these last couple haven't been uploaded, so I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll do it again. So let's just stand by recording at this point. So while we're waiting for Logbook of the World to catch up, let's go back to QRZ.com and we'll look a little bit at the interface of QRZ to Logbook of the World. So again, we're back here at the list page. This is the list page, which shows the current log. And we're going to go to settings. And then within the settings page, we've got Logbook Properties. And here is Logbook of the World integration. And it is enabled. My last export was today, just now. And that's about the correct time. Let's see, 10/31/21. It's 1:14 here in Arizona. So yeah, 2400 in just a few hours. And last import was this morning, a little earlier today. So in order to import and export to and from Logbook of the World, you need to get that set up with them. And in the Logbook of the World settings, there is a key that they give you, and hopefully my key isn't being shown here. Yeah, we already have a key for this logbook, okay? And you get a key, and then you are able to upload and download to and from Logbook of the World. I don't remember exactly how I did it. It's been a few years now. And once you do it, it's done. And I have the key in my password program. So I'm going to cancel out of that. Okay. And then with regard to QRZ, you also look at my account. In my account, I have an XML logbook data, and that's a subscription, and I think it was about $40 or $50 a year, and I have 190 days remaining. I'm good until May 9th of 2022. But I find using HamRS either on the computer or on my phone or on the Android tablet. Now again, this is an app and it is resident on the device. So the file that you open in your computer is not going to be the same file that you open on your phone. It's going to be a different logbook, but that's okay. It's still going to produce an ADI file. That ADI file is still going to have your call in it. And I can upload an ADI file from my computer with, let's say, 10 or 12 or 15 QSOs in it. And then I go out and operate portable and use the Android tablet. And I can upload that ADI file with another 10 or 15 or 20 or 100 QSOs in it into QRZ.com. And you saw how easy it was. You just download the ADI file from HamRS, save it someplace on your device or on your computer, or if you can't, if you're, let's say you're using your phone and you're out in the field, you can email the file to you, and then when you get back to your home QTH, you can download that file out of the email and use that and upload it into QRZ. And then again, with just a couple of keystrokes from this area right over here on the right hand side, you can export all of the new QSOs to Logbook of the World. A couple of keystrokes. It's real easy to do. Let's go back and take a look now and see if Logbook of the World has caught up yet. Okay, so we're going to give Logbook of the World another shot. It's now 33 minutes past the hour, so it's been about 15 minutes, I guess. And we're already in Logbook of the World into the Your QSOs area, and just click on the most recent QSOs, and let's see what we got. And there they are, KL7RA and K6JGR, both contacts that I made this morning on 40 meters are there. So it's already imported. And let's click on details here and look at that QSO. And you'll notice WB8BHK is in grid DM42BU, Arizona, Pinal County. So, it says, well, that's odd. It says user supplied value of 04 is invalid. I don't think so. I think I'm in CQ zone 4. It put me in 03. I'm going to have to take a look at that and see what the deal is. But in any event, it did get the county and the grid correct. So that part is working and working well. Well, I saw that message on ARRL's Logbook of the World and saying that CQ Zone 4 was incorrect. It was supposed to be 3. So I was not aware of that. And so I went to this website, hamwaves.com, and U.S. call areas and zones by state. And when I came down here to Arizona, it says the prefix numeral is 7, which I knew that. ITU zone is 6. But the CQ zone is 3. It is indeed 3. So went down here a little bit further, scroll down on the list, and get down to Arizona. There it is. And indeed, the CQ zone is 3. So what I did was I went back into my logbook, went back over to settings, over here on the right, and then after settings, I click on Logbook Properties, just like I showed you before, came down here and changed my CQ zone from 4 to 3. So now anything that ends up in Logbook of the World, when I click on details, or when the other party clicks on details, it'll say CQ zone 3, and it won't have this user supplied value of 4 being invalid. But it still shows me in, and actually my grid was off. It's DM42BU64. Not that that makes a huge difference. It's still very, very close and still in Pinal County. Okay, so anyway, that's a wrap up on how it works between HamRS as my logging program. But again, you can use whatever logging program you want, and then go ahead and change the location of your operating location, whether you're operating portable on a boat, whether you're operating portable at the summer cottage maybe, or you're on a vacation and you're in a campground somewhere, or you're working parks on the air, whatever. Change your location in QRZ first. Then after you're done with your logging program, and in the logging program, it will usually have a spot for you to put in your present grid anyway, your present location there. But anyway, download that ADI file from your logging program to your desktop or wherever, and upload it to QRZ, and then from QRZ export to Logbook of the World. Clickety click, 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 and you're done, and easy peasy. Okay, hey, thanks for watching. I'm glad I could help you out. I'm sorry it was so long-winded, but hopefully this made some sense. If not, go down below and send me a message, and we'll certainly try to help you work through it. Take care. Have fun. 7-3 for now. WB8BHK QRT out. I wanted to, that's big, isn't it? I wanted to show you our QSL card, or my QSL card. If you want a card and you work me, or even if you don't work me, but you want a card, by all means, just send me a note, either via our website, it's HerbnKathyRV.com, or in the note down below in under the YouTube video. And we'll send you a real stamped QSL card. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.